But yeah, so that's what we have the next couple weeks. Let's go ahead and move it on into the Bellew of the week. And what should we kick it off with this time? Let's see here. God, I don't even remember which one this is, but it's a good week to pick on Eddie. Let's do this.
So in 10 days' time, touch wood, DAZN have the entire roster of middleweight world champions. So people like Charlo, you've no fights for you. If you want to be a world middleweight champion, you better join DAZN ASAP.
His middleweight lost last night. What a sad day for Eddie. That kind of did work out all right. Let's see here. Let's go for the image ones first. We'll do those and then we'll do the videos. This is just a nice little picture. 10-0. Well done, Queensberry. Well done.
Bricktop cut off his fucking Jacobs, didn't he?
Man, that was a tough night for Eddie. That was a very tough night for Eddie. Let's see here. What do we have? Rick Glaser going in on him. Eddie tweeted, "Congrats, Frank Warren gave us a spanking tonight. Incredible night, incredible concept, and we look forward to running it back very soon." At Tricky Alashake. Rick Glaser replied, "Eddie, you're shaking the hand of a real boxing guy in Frank Warren, something your organization is totally devoid of." Oh, score one for Glaser. He finally gets one.
Slick Rick the Ruler, back in effect. There was a 3 million bounty for the winner of that promotional clash last night, wasn't it? So Frank Warren walked away with 3 million. And some reporter said to him, "Frank, are you going to divvy up that between the fighters?" And he was like, "No, it's for the promotional house."
It sucks that he wasn't able to get that. He would have been able to finally recoup some of that Tevin Farmer money.
Well, I was thinking Sky Nicholson was on a bonus if he'd won that fucking 3 million. Like, but she's not getting that now. Like, is she?
They would have taken a lovely trip. How sad. Shed a tear for Sky. See here. Fred Garvin going in on Malik Scott. He says, "High-level boxing facts. Deontay Wilder has only won one fight since Malik Scott started his OnlyFans."
He's not going to be back on it anytime soon, is he, with Kate Abdo on a CBS contract?
Well, we know what you would be signing up for if that was to happen.
They should be signing up to me, to be honest with you, Matty.
Matchroom taking all this in stride, tweeting a picture. "Now we are fucked." Yes, Matchroom.
That's why you need Wellington back on the pod. A good snatch reference. Wellington loved one of them, didn't he? He would have got that. Like,
I haven't seen that movie in years, though, and have been able to recognize it. Shame on me. See here, Mr. Tommy Robinson getting in on Sonny Edwards. He says, "I didn't have Sonny Edwards the boxer down as a bitch of Islam," he said. And then see here, John at the bottom said, "He'd batter you, Tommy. Know your lane." Somebody in the chat called Sonny Edwards Sunni Edwards, and I thought that was pretty fucking funny. just to bring that about.
It's a matchup I'd like to see. Put it that way.
Let's see your unpopular opinion here. Let's see here. Kelly Hammer says, "Plaster and the hand wraps have nothing to do with why Margarito beat Miguel Cotto. Regardless, plaster, no plaster, Miguel should have avoided the straight right. To be honest, if anything, the plaster would make his punches slower. Margarito won fair and square."
Fair and square, like the lumpy punched out of fucking Cotto's head. Cotto's head looked like, you know, when you finish a jigsaw and you can't find the last piece and it's like a fucking mad awkward piece. He punched the fucking lump out of his head that looked like that. Like, but it was definitely not loaded gloves with plaster bars. Fuck off, man.
That's taken us back a long time. But we on the forums about that. We're gonna hit the videos first. I'm saving one for last of the among the images here. Let's see here.
It has been a quiet week, like, I think, for the Bellews, Matty.
A little bit, but I think there's some funny ones in here. Let's see here. Canelo was optimistic.
"Let's go. All the best for you. Let's go, Matchroom. Big win coming Saturday in Arabia Saudita. All the best for you, my friend. You're the best. Come on."
That was the fucking
Yeah. I fucking love how he is.
Now, for people who know some of the words that Chinese people use for fillers, kind of like for us, maybe you give them a pass, but I don't know.
Zhang, nigga, 中国人啊 about to enter.
Yeah.
He's doing that on purpose at this stage, isn't he? Like he knows he's
Doesn't
in
it
his
feel like
fucking
that?
segment.
He knows you're not walking around in China deciding if you want to buy something and no, he knows.
Looking like a fucking lost magician with that waistcoat on him. What's wrong with him, man? Fuck me.
He doesn't have his dungeon. He doesn't have his dungeon chain on him these days in Saudi. Maybe he doesn't want to scare the Saudis too much. I think with his dungeon chain.
Hey, Rob, if he was a magician, he would be David Copperfield.
He's rise from the phoenix, mate.
She's in total control of her body. Remember he said that about Ebbs?
Yeah, she could be a Muhammad Ali like figure. Yeah, I remember that quite a bit.
Lift your leg up, Arthur. That's a Wellington. That's a Wellington.
One of his best moments is the intro to the pod when he lost his mind when he saw porn star Elle Brooke and he said, "Don't you have powerful? How did you get the powerful legs?" You know, it's been on his mind for months. Just blurted it out the minute he seen her.
I remember before Yard fought Beterbiev asking Rob, would God ask Beterbiev, would he risk asking Beterbiev if he short before the fight the way he asked Dillian White, and Steve was remembering the God another one. He said he asked someone they were standing on the other side of some barrier and he asked them to lift their leg up, and Steve was imagining the God saying this to Beterbiev. He says, "Lift your leg up, Arthur." It's just something the God would come out with, like, but
I think you might ask him for some of his drugs.
He's out of control, isn't he? The guy, like he's just nobody has fucking any handle on the guy to where what his movements are, what he's going to do next. Like, get this fucking guy out of here, like, fuck's sake.
It's strange thinking who he actually he writes for the Daily Telegraph. He seems to have a gig with Talk Sport. So he's basically like a freelancer. And he also seems to be like a sort of publicist for Team Fury. So yeah, and he does a bit of work for Top Rank as well. When British fighters are fighting Top Rank fighters in America. So yeah, he has his fingers in many a pie, does the God.
I kind of feel like this is ultimately might end up being called the Gad of the week because he just seems to overtake it. But here we go. We got another one with Eddie involved.
First of all, give me that war cry from Deontay Wilder. Just give me your best bomb squad first of all.
Honest. You want a bomb squad? I mean, I'm not.
Nah, you're full of energy. Come on. You have
bomb squad! Go on in.
Just break.
Nothing, mate. Nothing, mate. I didn't say anything, mate.
Go on,
really getting us back into it.
I thought Big Z was about
he was shouting that down the phone to Sky Nicholson, wasn't he? FaceTime.
Yeah.
Allegedly, get yourself a life.
That is kind of poetic because his squad certainly bombed on Saturday.
Tell him to the shoulder roll, bump him on the inside.
Let's see here. Oh, here's Joseph Parker showing you how he goes about dinner.
Huh?
I'm not fighting him if I'm another heavyweight. I'm telling you right now, I'm not fucking fighting him. He's eating fish out of the fucking river raw without cooked, gutting him, nothing. Fuck that. I'm not fighting him, no way.
Do you see the Lynx fighters are having to go now because of their fear of tainted beef? Just eating fish right out of the fucking ocean.
That's it. There's ostrine in those fish, if anyone asks.
Oh man, the Darren Barker one I didn't think was quite the funniest. I sorry about that one. Again, thanks Jay for compiling this. I don't think the Darren Barker didn't quite get the laugh on that one. Liam sent me this one. Look at what Glenn McCrory is using LinkedIn for.
Glenn McCrory, I just want to give a message out to Joe Egan and John Fury. I'll fight you both on the same night. So just get ready. You want me? You got me. Come on, clowns.
As Rob said, the only fight Big John Fury could win.
Quite possibly. I just think it's interesting. People are posting this stuff on LinkedIn. It's like looking for administrative work. Also, I want to fight John Fury.
Wasn't a great bunch of lads there on LinkedIn doing a lot of great work, I'm sure.
So I forgot to get a screen cap of this one. I thought DAZN messed up quite a bit on this one. The pay-per-view through their app, $70. I flip it over to my cable provider, $40. Big loss on that one, DAZN. Way to price yourself out of a sale. And let's see here. What was the last one we were doing? Oh, here we go. And it does appear that Madonna and Richard Riakporhe are dating. When asked what he thought about dating the Like a Virgin singer, Riakporhe said, "I wish." Yeah.
Jesus. Well, wish them well.
We'll see if we just go fucking sit down at this stage. Fucking hell, man. Material Girl was in 1988. Like, fucking it's been downhill since there. What the fuck are you still doing around the place? Will you fucking go off before you put your hip out?
So what does it feel like to date the Material Girl? Riakporhe said, "Like leather."
You think she'd seek out Tony the Tiger Thompson, Rob, wouldn't you? There's a man that would do a few hips in.
Well, she could be in a fragile position looking for a transplant at this stage. Well, listen, we wish them well. Riakporhe, Madonna, I'm sure it's going to fucking stand the test of time, this relationship.
Asking if
wonder what we'll see her in a few weeks in London at ringside.
You never know.
So. Her and Mel B.
It'd be an interview with beautiful Ben Shalom and Madonna.
Madonna's doing your ring walk, man, to fucking Like a Prayer or some shit. That'd be fucking amazing.
They asked him if he remembers her hit song "Ray of Light," and he says, "Nope. All I see is a deep, dark tunnel."
No, he's like, "La Isla Bonita is my shit, though."
If only Bean was still working for Sky and he was sort of talking about Madonna.
On a deeper level, let's not get too Richard D. Hall here, but this mean Riakporhe's joining the boys? Do you know what I mean? Madonna's at the fucking top level, isn't she? Like, does this mean Riakporhe's got a gateway to the fucking? You know what I mean?
Well, and when Madonna was asked about the age difference, she said, "Great nephew, don't preach."
On that note,
I've had a while to work on these, Rob. Oh dear. Let's see. Do you guys have any nominations this week?
No, Matty. I actually thought the Darren Barker one was very good because he was talking really deadly.
Do you want me to throw it up there?
I'll
do it.
For Rob.
Just because you asked, and you're such a nice guy helping us put it all together.
Recently, how special, how unique this show is. I mean, this is groundbreaking. This is boxing's Ryder Cup. This is people in the venue. This is people at home tallying up their scores, projecting their scores. Could this come down to the final match and you have all the fighters around the ring willing their team on? They want that $3 million. I mean, this has got everything to be a groundbreaking special event.
And that's the key, isn't it? Such an individual sport for you fighters over the years. You lock yourselves away now, part of a team, Eddie firing you up, Frank and George firing you up. It's like we've never seen before.
Yeah, it's so unique, and let me tell you, it's the first, but it won't be the last. This is, I think we're going to see nations v other nations. We'll see this again. I'm confident.
6v6, 7v7, 8v8.
Of course, it just makes sense. It's a great concept, and you almost think to yourself, well, why hasn't this happened before? You know, it's brilliant, and the fight.
We love His Excellency, and of course we've got Daniel Dubois playing centre half. Beevil like Pirlo in the middle, a playmaker.
What about
up to Zilly Zhang?
What about nations? What about nations versus nations, Rob? The thought that came to my mind was Sandy Ryan against some RG gal. Can you imagine that?
Is it East versus West or man against man?
Oh, it's just the way it was just the way they were selling the 5 versus 5. You know, like basically the fights. In fairness to Frank Warren, he basically just said it right. You know, at the end of the day, the fights were good boxing fights, good trade fights. But I just thought it was just the way they were trying to market the hell out of the 5v5 thing. It was just a bit worrying. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, Rob, do you have any nominees yourself this week?
Topping Richard Reactor fucking date Madonna. We fuck off. What have I got after that?
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. So this week, let's see here. We have let's go to the videos here. Gad for throwing out the N-word in his own special way. Canelo wishing Matchroom the best and cursing them. Eddie doing his best bomb squad. Joseph Parker eating fish straight from the ocean. Darren Barker in his comments on the 5v5. Then we had an unpopular opinion about Margarito. Tommy Robinson being his usual bigoted self. Matchroom accepting defeat. Fred Garvin going on a Malik Scott quite well. Scoring one for Rick Glazer, knocking Matchroom quite well. He was bound to get one. The blind squirrel has found his acorn. And may we not forget, 10-0. But, of course, let us not leave out the new power couple, Madonna and Richard Reactor. Go ahead, Rob. I at least need you to vote. You at least need to cast your ballot, sir.
I just feel like Joshua Boatti missed out, like, didn't
he? I like how you phrased that, Matty, power couple, because that's exactly the sort of thing Bean would have said. He loved that phrase, power couple, when you had Lauren Price and Cara Sartain stall cheering each other on at ringside. Bean was coming out with boxing's new power couple, so I like that. That's an appropriate way of summing it up.
Well, go ahead.
So I've been on the pod 7 years, right? And the only thing stranger than this moment I can remember is when the UFO landed in the field. That Richard Reactor is fucking banging Madonna, man. What the fuck is going on? Amazing. This is fuck's sake. Oh,
there's a good one there, Rob.
How did they meet? Like,
apparently she's just broken up. I read earlier she was actually going out with some American fighter, and she's broken up with him, and now she's
she's going through the fire partner list.
Yeah. You see, Rob, you see that one there? I don't know if you saw it. Someone in the chats pointed it out. Frank Warren's interview after the fights were over last night, and he was having a go at his own pundits, and he just, with Eddie Hearn beside him, he just said those pundits couldn't tip rubbish. So that was good from Frank. Eddie's face was a picture. Eddie standing right beside him. I think he was talking about whoever that his own punditry team was. I don't know who's on the zone.
I don't know really.
But
I'm on Fire Stick. What was I watching last night?
TNT.
Carl Frampton, by the way. Carl Frampton, is he dyeing his hair, mate? He's your mate, isn't he? Carl Frampton, he's dyeing his hair, is he? What's going on with him?
Here he had ball up like 5-1 after 6, which even I couldn't.
He had just for men in his hair 5-1 ratio. That's what he had.
Yeah. Well, Madonna's had just 4 men in other places.
You wait for a bus. There you go.
Well, I guess it's all unanimous. So the power couple, Richard Reactor and Madonna, you already have one W. To your credit, we give you the congratulations. You are this week's Bellew of the Week winner. I would like to thank Des for hopping on with us, Dominic, and Rob Kelly, who lasted the distance. We didn't know he had a motor. We always thought that he had
those questions about the gas tank there, but it proved all the critics wrong.
Yeah, you absolutely do. You might even be a 15-round fighter, Rob. You never know. But those days are long gone. And this episode of the podcast is going to be long gone in here in a minute.